son, I love him, for him, I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get drown out my problems, let me When up in his magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him, I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Named for the legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals, here's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Cincinnati Bengals. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Down! 180! Check right 54! Right 54! Come on! You better bring it!
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. To throw his car. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 23 yards the pickup there.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. Gary, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Sets to fire deep. And he fires one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They'll start by running the option to the right. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon, takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. He may try and run for this. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Throwing on 1st down. King. He finds his running back, Mixon. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Jim. Mike, 53.
2nd and 4. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 33. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their 1st drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them, Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the...
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there, back at the 39-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Looking to throw on second down. King escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Now Joe Mixon. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll try the left side. Gary. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Throwing his car on third down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check.
Mixon. Room here to run. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point by Maher, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Now Carr. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 42.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Carr, blitz coming, and down he goes. Jordan Willis able to record his 5th sack of the season.
But enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. From midfield, here's Carr. He's going to air one out. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 18-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Watch the shit.
They'll run with Mixon. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a 2nd straight loss. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. King operating from the gun. And this is going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Now Brown. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
First and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
93. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Now on 2nd and 13. Carr trying to lay one up deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 25 yards that time.
Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Check 50, right? Check 53 is mine. I got it.
They'll run here with Mixon. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Mixon with a first down carry. And an alley to run. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
From the 27, Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
93. 93. Check Mike 54. Express. Go. Go. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Exit. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Easy, kill. You can't block me.
On 2nd and 12, Carr, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Now King on 1st down. Got his man, it's Eifert. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. To throw is King on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. He'll run it. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
On the double. 53, Mike. Come on. 49, check 49.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Go. 53. I'm going to run you over. Check.
King now, throwing on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cleveland Farrell just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Check 13. Check 13.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Pressure gets to him and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Cleveland Farrell picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Hey, let's get in them holes. Tight dog.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A very solid gain of 27.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On first down, Mixon. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Once again, they run with Mixon. Well, the pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Let's go now. 15 on it. 15 on it. Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
Trump.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Here's King. From the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, we're good. We're good. You ready?
They'll get their receiver involved here. It's Brown. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Right there. 54.
Now Carr. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Bengals drive about to get going. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And the Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. First down, and they'll try to run the option left. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run on first down. Nixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his third touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Down. 180. 54.
Ready? Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Let's go, tight end, let's go, right here now.
To throw again, Carr. Incomplete. Kyle Juszczyk, the fullback, the intended target, and it's third down.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit.
18.
On third down, Carr under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. A terrific return, 30 yards all in all. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
Set, ready. 60 yards.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
On first down, Mixon. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Check, long. Check 3.
Operating from the gun, King. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Back to throw. King. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Throwing now is Carr. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
First down, Raiders.
Right now.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work. Slam, slam, slam.
Raider one. Raider one.
Set. Hey, wahoo. Mike, 54. Ricky.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Now Carr. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. Carr now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 32. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
King on first down. Green brings it in. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Mike, let's go, baby. Turn over. Let's get that ball.
On first down, they're going option left. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
Back at the 48-yard line.
Here we go. Let's go. Set. Come to the ending. Hustle. 53. I got it. Check. 53's Mike. Check. Here we go.
Now King to throw on second down. He'll let this go end zone for Green. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 26. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Buying time to his left. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Ready? Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's go.
Now Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. 16 yards, a first down. And they're going to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Another try for Mixon. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a second straight loss. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's third and goal.
That's the way. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it third and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. To throw is King, operating from the gun. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
It's going to be a long day.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And now here is another interception. William Jackson with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Meanwhile, in Foxborough, there in the fourth quarter, Patriots continuing to roll, opening their lead up even further. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, Haywood.
Right there. 54 Mike.
Shotgun now for Carr. Over the middle, complete. It's Gray. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Carr Carr now has hit on 7 of 17 passes, just 41%, but it's 1st and 10.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Come 734. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down near the 5. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block it. But short of that, you know what the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one of his own guys. His quickness, his suddenness, his speed getting into the offense's backfield has been something else in this game. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step,